Whether you're interested in space and business or not, I'm pretty sure you must have heard of at least one of a few companies with the prefix Virgin. To name a few, Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Media, Virgin Hotel, Virgin Galactic, or maybe the futuristic Virgin Hyperloop. And if you haven't heard of any, it's even better, because today we're gonna tell you everything about the Virgin Group and its founder, Sir Richard Branson. This is Spotlight on Richard Branson's self-made empire of the Virgin Group. Let's start with a little history. Branson was born in London in 1950. And here's a random fact. 3 generations of his family were posted in India during the British rule. And technically, that should make Branson about 4% of Indian DNA. He attended schooling till the age of 16, but due to dyslexia, he wasn't good at academics. After a failed attempt to grow and sell Christmas trees, Branson's first proper business came in form of a magazine named Student in 1966. The first issue of The Student appeared in January 1968, and a year later, Branson's net worth was estimated at 50,000 euros. Though not initially as successful as he hoped, the magazine later became a vital component of the mail order record business Branson started from the same church he used to sell the Student magazine. This was a result of his excellent business and selling strategy. Then comes Virgin Records. Branson eventually started a record shop in Oxford Street in London. And here's the story behind the name Virgin. When Richard and Nick initially started the record shop, they considered themselves virgin in the record business, hence the name Virgin. Branson also describes the V in the logo as an expression of tick mark, representing the Virgin seal of approval. Virgin signed very controversial bands in the beginning, such as Sex Pistols, which other companies were reluctant to sign. But he was praised by the public for exposing the obscure great music and bringing the cultural club to the music world. Branson's net worth was estimated at 5 million euros by 1979, and a year later, Virgin Records went international. After earning some capital, Richard wanted to buy islands. He set his eyes on an island priced at 6 million euros, but he wanted to buy it just for 100k. Of course, the broker didn't accept that. But soon, the owner of the island had some emergency and needed some short-term cash, and he ended up selling the island just for 120k to Richard Branson. Branson invested heavily in that island and built a resort. Right now, the cost of booking that island just for a night is around 100k. Now you can imagine the profit Branson made from that island and still making. After the islands, Richard got into the airline business. Branson founded an airline company called as Virgin Atlantic. The idea for an airline company came when one of his flights to the Virgin Island got cancelled. So he chartered an airplane and took other passengers along with him at a cheaper rate to cover the cost. Now this indulged him with the problem that airline companies were facing at the time. And like every legendary entrepreneur, he wanted to solve the problem. So he decided to start his own airline company. But unlike others, he started with just $2 million, which is very less capital for an airline company. So he leased planes from Boeing company instead of buying them, and instead spent a large amount of money at promoting the brand. He flew a hot air balloon over the Atlantic Group to promote Virgin Atlantic. Then comes Virgin Galactic. From land to sky to space. Branson is a high-risk taking businessman, and he did exactly that when he started his own private space company named as Virgin Galactic for suborbital spaceflight for space tourists. Virgin Galactic is different from all the other space companies. Instead of launching the spacecraft from the land, Virgin Galactic spacecraft is air-launched from beneath a carrier airplane known as the White Knight 2. Yes, you're hearing it correct. There's an airplane that carries a spaceship as cargo to the upper atmosphere, and from there the spacecraft is launched. They recently had a successful trial launch for their first commercial spacecraft, the Unity vehicle. You can check out our story about the same on our Instagram page, and follow us so you don't miss out on the latest happening in the world. Virgin is also the company that is making the futuristic Hyperloop concept train to commercialize high-speed technology of the vacuum train. The concept of train traveling into vacuum chambers have existed for years, but it is only in 2017 that a company actually started to build it. Virgin Group renamed the project to Virgin Hyperloop One. They have already completed a track and started trial launch of their pods since 2020. We were not able to cover everything about the Virgin Group because there is just a lot. Let us know if you'd like us to make more detailed video on the Virgin Group. Like this video if you found it informative and subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories from business and brand worlds every week.